Dear friends, this is Ouassima and welcome to this video. It has been a long time I didn't make a video because I was traveling. I moved to a new house and this is my new space. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I saw this amazing tag going on YouTube and I saw LadyKnight of Avalon doing it, and it wasn't to the point. I have been organizing my decks while I moved to this house, and I have so many dice. Oh my goodness. So I was like, okay, this is really nice tag that I want to do for today. So the questions, I'll be asking to them naturally, so I didn't prepare anything, so please bear with me. The first question is, what was the last deck you bought and why that one? So the last deck I got is this one, My Quality Time. I think you know about it if you are following Kickstarter decks. This one is one I backed and I just received it. And I received other copies because I have a shop. I have a tarot and indie oracle decks that I sell in my shop from Europe, from my friends in Europe, so that the shipping can be less for them. So this deck, why did I get it? Because this summer was really hard for me. I was living with roommates in a big house and it was really tiring for me. After 5 months, I was sick, I was tired, I wanted to go, I wanted to have my own space, I wanted to see my decks, I wanted to be with my decks and be with my books, and I found it really hard. So this deck was really, I was like, I love this deck. I saw it before. I was like, I need this deck in my life. I need to think about myself. I need to get back to myself. So I got it from Kickstarter, and I got it for others also, because I'm sure I'm not the only person that lives many different difficult things in life and that needs to get back to herself. So this one is for you if you have that too. So the second question, what's your decision process when you buy a new deck? So I don't know if you have felt that before, but when I see a deck, I feel that it is speaking to me. I feel like really the deck talking to me. I don't know if you have seen my other videos, but I believe that every deck is a spirit, is a living being, and it speaks in its own language. It can be images, it can be energies, it can be vibration, whatever. But I feel like there is a communication going on between me and the deck, and that is when I will get the deck. The other thing that can probably motivate me to get the deck is I want to learn about the subject. For example, Nature Spirit. This one, I have it on my shop also. Nature Spirit Tarot, I have it. And I find it really beautiful, but it spoke to me in a way that, in the sense that I want to learn more about certain herbs and certain animals. And the amazing guidebook of this deck, it's really good guidebook. You find that in practically every card, you find the animal section, the plant section, and the crystal section, plus other information, which the guidebook is really well done. So this deck I got it, because I wanted to learn more about certain subject or topic. The other thing that I want to, when I get a deck, is because I want to connect to certain energy. Maybe it can be angels, it can be cats, it can be a specific archangel or something like that. When I want to connect to specific deity or goddess or like the Isis oracle, because I am connected to Isis and I feel that connection, and I wanted something to be to help me in my daily practice, to be with her and to more connect with her through cards, because it's my other passion. So yeah, there are other ways, but these are the three that comes to my mind. The third question, what are deal breakers in a deck that keep you from buying it? I guess when there is a lot of violence, or when it is too much dark, I feel like it's not that much necessary to depict violent images or too much violent I'm okay. Like the Il Goliath has like some difficult images, but it's okay for me. It's not. But there are other decks that are really violent, or they, you know, like their energies don't fit with me or doesn't speak to me. Like the Halloween decks, I don't connect with Halloween decks. I don't connect with their energy. So yeah, it depends on their energy and the images that are depicted in them. There are other topics that I don't feel interested by them. For example, when tarot deck talks only about Kabbalah or something like that, it's not something that interests me. So I wouldn't connect with that. Or some decks that talk about astrology is not a topic that I'm interested in, so I wouldn't get them. The next question is, little white book or big guidebook? I think you already know the answer. I was just talking about the guidebook of this amazing tarot deck. Definitely big guidebooks. But I'm okay also with little guidebooks because I read cards intuitively too. So but I like it when there is more info. You know, you always like it when there is more things offered. The fifth question, do you have a new deck rituals? How do you break in a new deck? I've talked about that many times in my including my Facebook group Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 Days, where we study tarot decks every month. To bound well with the tarot deck or an oracle deck, I like to spend time with it, and I created specific booklets and guidebooks, small ones, to stay with the deck during 21 days and learn it, how to connect with it and learn to communicate with the spirit of the deck. If you want to find these booklets, they are available on my website just below. So this is one of the ways I use to connect with a new deck. Another thing that I found is interesting is using, especially if the new deck is like intimidating sometimes, and it's like it comes with a big guidebook and it's like, oh my god, I don't know if I can use it. I like using it straight in a session. I do healing sessions, I do readings via phone or Skype or in person. And I like using new decks because they bring new energy in a way, and they bring a new understanding of things. And if I keep on my mind that's like I need to read the guidebook to understand, it's like I won't use it for a long time. So this thing is like, I'm gonna use it straight away in a healing session or a reading session, and I wouldn't spend my time like cleaning the energy and thinking about other stuff. No, I will bring in as like, okay, guess what, we're gonna be collaborators today, we're gonna work together, so let's see how we can work together, you know. And that works really beautifully. I discovered many amazing ways to read through this process, because especially I don't have to think about it. I don't have to run that hamster in my head and it's like, oh, how am I going to do it and all that stuff. Just straight inside the game. That's the best way for me. I answered this question. The sixth question, have you ever been disappointed after getting a deck because it felt different than expected? Bonus question, have you ever been pleasantly surprised by a deck after getting it? I would answer more, I have been surprised because I like the deck. Because if I didn't like it, I will just sell it or trade it in Facebook groups or in my shop. By the way, I have some decks to trade. I have some decks to trade because I don't use them anymore or I didn't connect with them. So this is really easy and simple. But if I answer the other question, it's like I have been amazingly surprised by so many decks, especially the simple ones like the Mesquite Tarot. I have been surprisingly amazed by using it and how the messages, even if the pictures are really simple. The Marielle. I mean, I've done a full YouTube series about the Marielle. Big surprise, a heart connection straight away after that. Even if it was like the images was like, I'm not sure, but I mean, we connected so well together. Many decks, let me check. Let me see which ones are. Oh my god, the Wooden Tarot. The Wooden Tarot is another so beautiful surprise. I mean, I was like, okay, how am I gonna discover all these meanings? But we connected intuitively, and I have even made a small booklet for their meanings. I don't know where it is, but I wanted to share it and then I didn't find. But it was really fluent. Our communication together was really beautiful. There is also the Umrazai. I did another presentation about this deck. The Umrazai deck was amazing. I mean, very beautiful discovery, also a surprise. The crystal medicine. I mean, let me show you these decks. I'm just talking about them. Okay. So, the wooden tarot, and there are others. I mean, there are so many beautiful decks. Okay, so the wooden tarot. This is the wooden tarot. The Umrazai tarot, I have been amazingly surprised, and this one was really beautiful surprise this summer. The Crystal Medicine Oracle. It's simple but profound. The energy felt really just, felt really true and connected, and I did so amazing readings with it, healing readings. Very beautiful deck. I mean, it was beautiful surprise this summer, this one, and many other decks. Do you interview new decks? I already answered this question using my booklets, Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 Days, and I have many versions, so find it just below. I will put the link so you can download it for free. Next question, do you ever buy decks for a specific purpose? I already answered this question also. If I want to learn about herbs, there are other decks, talking about herbs. If I want to learn about archangels, about dragons, about unicorns, yes, of course, this can be totally possible. What is one thing you wish deck creators would do more, or stop doing? I was talking about that in my French YouTube channel, and as I am a deck creator myself, I already used edges before, silver edges before on one of my decks, but I decided to not use that anymore because I've came to know that it is really chemical, toxic. And if you love decks like me, you know that you use them and you eat at the same time. Sometimes you have kids at home. So I wouldn't use edges anymore, silver, gold, or whatever, because they are chemical. And the other thing is that some decks you will buy, especially the mass market products, sometimes they have that smell in them, chemical smell. So I hope that they can consider that people like myself are hypersensitive, and I'm sensitive and to odors, to smell, to toxic materials, and that deck wouldn't be used, and I would be selling it or giving it, and sometimes really throwing it away. So please, deck creators, do not, or at least use the least toxic products you can for your decks, because we don't want to be sick because we use decks. We don't want to have asthma because we use tarot decks. The other thing that I would like deck creators do, and this is really an idea I'm having, is, and as I have a shop of indie decks, I would like if we can collaborate, so we can print our decks in every single place in this world. For example, I have an indie deck and I am producing it in Canada. I used to live in Canada. Now I'm living in Lisbon, in Portugal. If I produce decks in Canada, shipping plus customs will cost so much for deck lovers. Why don't we just share our rights or share our art with someone else that you can trust, and through a contract in Europe or in Australia, so he can print your deck? Maybe the quality will be different. Maybe it won't be really perfect as you want, but it can make your deck really useful and more practical for people, more and more people, because they are avoiding customs and shipping. I am willing, for example, if I have my deck in Europe and someone in Australia is interested by my deck and wants to print it there, let's work like small editors by ourselves and share our artwork and share through contracts, of course, through conditions or whatever. But that will allow us to use more decks and to make more people loving oracles and tarot decks and all this and sharing their wisdom. I don't know if this idea is realistic for now or if people can do it for now, but I really imagine it that way. Big editors, they are doing their best, but they have also their lines, their guidelines, they have their own conditions, which prevent us from discovering new indie decks that have new vision, that have other things to offer, new energies. So I feel that indie creators, deck creators, have their place in the market, if we can call it that way. But in order to expand and not to kill our own work, we need to learn to share and have faith in each other's and confidence. So if you are a deck creator, if you want to print your deck in Europe and you are in United States or wherever where you are, I'm here. I can help. I can do my best to have your deck in Europe. Bringing decks for me is also expensive from Canada and United States, and I really do it for my love of decks and for my love of sharing with community, because I also pay customs. I also pay shipping on the decks that come from United States and Canada and other places. But it's like I don't earn a lot from buying decks. Sometimes it's like $2 when I sell the deck, and sometimes it's really $0, and it's okay. I mean, I'm sharing this. I'm doing it like I have my other activities, my sessions and all this, and my school. But long term, I don't know if I can do that for long term. I would do it just, I mean, for now I'm doing it, and I'm seeking for European producers and creators of decks, because it becomes really expensive to bring decks to Europe as a shop, as an indie shop. So let's think differently. Let's think about other solutions. So yeah, this is a message from a passionate lover of cards. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please let me know what are your answers, what are your thoughts about what I shared, about this idea of indie creators. And I wish you very, very nice day, very nice week if this is the beginning of the week, and see you later. Bye bye.